Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, your go-to space for fearless political commentary, sharp analysis, and no-nonsense breakdowns of South Africa's most pressing political stories. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and ring the bell icon so you never miss a moment in Mzansi's ever-changing political theater. Today's story is a political earthquake, and it's coming from deep inside the MK party's inner crisis. Traditional healer and political commentator Dr. Khehlelezi has dropped a bombshell, calling on former President Jacob Zuma to dismantle all existing MK party structures and start again from scratch. Yes, you heard that right, Khehlelezi wants Zuma to tear it all down and relaunch the party from a clean slate. This dramatic intervention comes just days after Floyd Shivambu, former EFF deputy president, launched a stinging public attack on the MK party, accusing it of lacking ideological depth and being a political dumping ground for disgruntled leaders. So, what exactly is going on inside the MK party? And why are voices like Dr. Khehlelezi's now urging a total reset? Let's dive in. In a fiery online address streamed to thousands, Dr. Khehlelezi didn't mince his words. He said that President Zuma could no longer afford to ignore the growing discord, public embarrassment, and credibility crisis surrounding the MK party. Dismantle everything, he said. Dissolve these current structures and start afresh, with people of discipline, integrity, and a clear vision for the future. For Khehlelezi, the MK party as it currently stands is a house divided, riddled with opportunists, and incapable of presenting a serious alternative to the political establishment. And honestly, the warning isn't coming out of nowhere. From day one, the MK party has struggled to define itself beyond being Zuma's political comeback vehicle. While it enjoyed a wave of support among disillusioned ANC members and younger voters drawn to its anti-establishment rhetoric, cracks have been showing for months. Infighting, unclear policies, and allegations of fund mismanagement have all chipped away at the party's credibility. Khehlelezi's call may sound extreme, but to many observers, it feels more like a last-ditch attempt to save a party teetering on the edge. But there's more. Dr. Khehlelezi didn't stop at criticizing Zuma's leadership. In a twist that caught even his supporters off guard, he turned his attention toward Floyd Shivambu, accusing him of hypocrisy. According to Khehlelezi, the same man who now publicly attacks the MK party for its dysfunction is himself guilty of living a lifestyle that doesn't match his revolutionary image. Specifically, Khehlelezi claimed that Shivambu secretly built a luxury mansion worth of R14 million in Ballito, a coastal playground for South Africa's elite, for his girlfriend. This man who is pointing fingers must also answer, he said. We know about the mansion in Ballito. He must explain to South Africans how a so-called revolutionary affords such luxury. It's a damning allegation, but so far, no supporting documents or hard evidence have been provided. That hasn't stopped the story from going viral. Shivambu has remained publicly silent on the matter, though sources close to him have dismissed the claim as nothing more than a malicious diversion, an attempt to distract from the MK party's crumbling foundations. But here's the thing. Whether the mansion story is true or not, the damage has been done. The mere mention of it in public by a voice as prominent as Dr. Khehlelezi has once again thrown Floyd Shivambu into the spotlight, not as a principled critic, but as someone with skeletons of his own. It all raises a larger question: who, in South Africa's fractured political landscape, can still claim the moral high ground? We are seeing a broader crisis of leadership. From the ANC's internal collapse, to the EFF's internal purges, and now the MK party's rising chaos, it's clear that the old formulas are no longer working. Parties that once drew strength from liberation credentials or revolutionary promises are now struggling to survive their own contradictions. And let's not forget, this isn't happening in a vacuum. The 2026 local government elections are around the corner. South Africans are fed up with corruption, poor service delivery, and political betrayal. Voters want alternatives, but those alternatives need to be credible, united, and visionary. Khehlelezi's intervention, though controversial, is a reflection of this growing desperation for integrity and leadership. His warning that everyone is running their own kitchen under the MK name paints a picture of a party without discipline, without structure, and without a collective purpose. It's the kind of criticism that's hard to ignore, especially when it comes from someone with a growing grassroots following. And let's talk about that influence. Dr. Khehlelezi isn't just a traditional healer, he's a cultural and spiritual figure with millions of followers, especially among the youth and rural communities. When someone like him speaks, people listen. His support for Zuma in the past gave the MK party much of its cultural weight. But now, even he seems to be losing faith in the current trajectory. So what does this all mean for the MK party and for Jacob Zuma? Well, the ball is now firmly in Zuma's court. Will he respond to the calls for total reform? Or will he dig in and defend the current structures, despite growing dissent from even his most loyal supporters? So far, the MK party leadership has not officially responded to Khehlelezi's remarks. But silence won't help. If Zuma fails to act decisively, analysts warn the party could continue to fracture and possibly implode before it ever gets a real chance to govern. Meanwhile, the Floyd Shivambu angle adds another layer of tension to the story. His crusade against the MK party now risks being overshadowed by questions about his own wealth, personal lifestyle, and alleged political opportunism. It's a risky position to be in, especially for someone who claims to be launching a new, principled political movement. In the end, this isn't just about the MK party. It's about the broader crisis of South African politics, where power struggles, factionalism, and personal ambition seem to dominate over policy, unity, and public service. It's about whether new movements can rise with integrity, or whether they will simply recycle the same problems under different banners. So what do you think? Is Dr. Khehlelezi right to call for the dismantling of the MK party's current structures? Should Jacob Zuma take this opportunity to rebuild the party with discipline and vision? And what about Shivambu? Can he still lead a credible movement after these allegations? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on South Africa's most important political developments. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay critical, and as always, see you next time.